Day 2 of the pandemic and my roommates are driving me crazy. Hey guys, how the frigs it going today? I don't even know what day it is. I think it's Wednesday. I don't know, all the days are stringing together. Why is there a freaking turd on my stairs? Day 2 of the pandemic, and it's like my dog's becoming an animal. That or I pooped the stairs. One of the two. So on a bad note, everything's pretty much closed, right? But on a good note, I got asked if I wanted to work this weekend. Seeing I don't have to travel very far to work, I said yes, because extra money to buy nothing because everything's out of stock will be greatly appreciated. So last night it was confirmed it was a transformer that exploded, that knocked the power out briefly until it was rerouted pretty quickly. Must be an automated service. I've never seen humans move that quick. What's that dummy doing? Like, he's pretty lucky that he weighs next to nothing. Because, man, if he didn't, he went through that crust while trying to friggin' kangaroo up and drop ass with a class. Well, that'd be pretty funny, mind you. I'd laugh, but he probably wouldn't think it's too good. Anyway, I'm just on break right now. Let the dog out. Figured I'd come down here, grab the laundry out of my dryer. Because I got laundry in my washer that I got to swap in. Fun times. Welcome to the hermit life. With how busy everything is, chances are I'll probably be working a little bit more weekends now and then. It's not like I'm missing out on anything because everything's freaking closed. You know, earn some extra money for food that I can't buy because it's not in stock, or bills, which apparently sounds like they're going to be putting a hold on, which is kind of neat. I heard that TD is going to be, well, actually not just TD, all the banks are going to be offering, the post was just from TD, but they mentioned all the other big banks, that they're going to be offering mortgage relief and bill relief for this time, so more on that in the future. And it sounds like, if I'm not mistaken, that they're using this pandemic to finally launch what they've wanted to do for a while, and that's basic income. So let's see how that plays out, eh? A lot of people don't like the idea of a universal basic income because it's money for everybody. Everybody gets it, right? Where, like, disability, you have to meet a certain criteria to get it. Where welfare and unemployment, you have to meet a certain criteria to get it. Where universal income, you know, Joe Blow, who makes $20,000 a year, gets a set amount from the government. And then the other Joe Blow, who makes $60,000 a year, also gets the same set amount from the government. So in the end, everybody's paid equally from the government, and the ones who make less think it's unfair that people making more should be getting the same pay. And, you know, they're upset by this. They're like, well, that's not fair. Buddy's already making a lot of money. Why the heck should he be making more? Hey, I found my printer card. Probably shouldn't have watched that. My access card for secure printing at work. Whoops. Oh well, whatever. It's probably fine. Just plastic and computers and stuff. No big deal. Fire that shit in there. But, yeah, so a lot of people don't like the idea of basic income because they say it's not fair in the long run because it's not based on your income, it's just based on being alive. Also, basic income will replace such services as unemployment, disability checks, welfare, and all that, as basically everybody will be receiving an income. So there's no point in having a basic income operation or sort of having things like disability and welfare because everybody's receiving a check. So there's no reason not to have any money. It just depends on how you manage it. Personally, I'm all for basic income. I think it's not a bad idea, but there's still more testing that needs to be done. And they were doing it in Ontario until Uncle Dougie decided to shut her down. And here we sit. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, back to work, guys. Talk to you in a bit. Man, gonna be working 51 and a half freaking hours this week. Wish some of that was overtime, but that's just straight time. Yeah, enjoys being a fee-for-service contract worker. The hell was that? What the hell was that? Tell me you guys didn't hear that. I just heard like a bell go off. This thing got a bell? Still going. That was weird. Like, you guys heard that bell, right? Like, I'm not losing my mind. I'm probably losing my mind. Anyway, I just want to come down and grab a protein shake while I'm waiting for my break to be over so I can get back at it. God, this next paycheck's going to be nice. It's going to be juicy. And then when all this bullshit blows over, I'll have some extra spending money. Maybe I can afford to redo my roof. Heaven knows that needs to get done. You know what? There's not much protein left in this thing. Let's just dump that right into the container. Yay, another jug bites the dust. I haven't had my ashwagandha root today, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Drive it in my face. Ashwagandha! Well, on the good note, all my pants are washed and dried. On the bad note, I got nowhere to go to wear them, so whatever. It is what it is. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Break number 3, currently 1:30. Yup. That's a thing. You know, it's funny. Well, let me tell you after I pee. It's really funny how you take things for granted. Then when they're not there, you're like, wow, I miss that. Like right now, I'm connected over a virtual private network. Basically what that means is my computer is, as far as it's concerned, it's connected to the network at work. All a VPN does is it creates a tunnel, a secure tunnel between your device or your network, depending on how you have it set up, to another network. So when you're on a VPN, you're literally connected to the network that virtual private networked into. It's no different than running a super long cable from that network to your computer. Well, a lot of the people who are currently working from home don't have the luxury of virtual private network, which means I can't remote into their computer to fix problems. Which reminds me of the old Ontera days when we used to get calls from clients about their internet being out, and you'd have to basically visualize what they see on the screen and walk them through a fix. Thank God it's only been like 4 years, 5 years actually, since I've done that, because it was the end of 2015. Well, about 4.5 years. 4 years, 3 months. Yeah, since I've done that for Ontera. That I still remember how to guide people through and keep the word and the lingo simple enough so that even the computer half-wit or the hapless techno-weenie can follow along and get to where I need them to go to basically get the job done so that I can fix their problem. What is my dog doing? Great, he's crapping right in front of the mailbox. What a jerk face. I just punched the glass door and he's like, "Oh no, I'm in the backyard. I'm not being bad. I'm being a good dog. I'm just gonna knuckle up and drop shit right here." Hey, what are you doing? He's already crapped all over my freaking sidewalk. You're annoying. Which reminds me, I think tonight I might have to brave the grocery stores because I didn't realize his supplies are running really low. I don't have any emergency bags of food, and Scamper's supplies are running really low. So I'm going to have to run out and get some dog and cat food. Hopefully people aren't hoarding that too, because if they are, well, I guess it's time to saddle up with some weapons and go raiding, boys. Start raiding the local houses for freaking dog and cat food. That's what it comes down to. That's what it's going to be. I'm going to go vlog a raid. Wouldn't that be awesome? Alright guys, welcome to my vlog. Today we're going to raid the neighbors for dog food and cat food. Ain't one of those? Holy crap, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if it came down to that. Could be fun too, but you know, whatever. Yeah, gonna go brave the grocery stores and see if we can get some dog and cat food and see what else we can pick up in the time being. Anyway, I have no idea how much time I have left before I gotta jump back in here. What does it say? Oh, I got 8 minutes. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna chill out, relax for a second, and then get back at it. Oh man, I've been literally playing the game of which headset's better for taking calls. And scary thing is these guys here, the sound pleats, or sound peats, or whatever you want to call them, are by far the more superior ones. The new headset I have, the Black Widow, or whatever the hell they're called, great sound quality. Like, it's amazing. The person on the other end sounds nice and clear. But the amount of times I get told, I'm having a hard time hearing you. I'm having a hard time hearing you. And the problem is I don't know where the freaking microphone is on those damn things. I want to go out to the garage real quick. Probably should put on a jacket, but it's actually really nice out right now. The reason why I'm coming out to the garage is because I know for a fact that I was stupid over the winter. And I believe, and I did, leave these skull candies in here. I don't know if they have a charge anymore, but these things, I used them last year a bunch of times to mow the lawn, as well as over the winter I used them to snowblow, to listen to music while I was snowblowing and shoveling, and they worked really good. You know what else works really good? I just went into the garage wearing Bluetooth headphones. Guys, my phone's upstairs, and the Bluetooth held on the whole time. I'm telling you, man, these cheap Chinese friggin' sound pleats are probably the best $30 headphones I ever bought in the history of buying headphones. I just wanted some over the years that had good sound with a good mic, but it turns out the ones that I had didn't have a good mic. So we'll give these ones here a charge, and we'll see. Try them out tomorrow and see how they work. I forgot I owned these. Then after I bought the pair, I was like, wait a second. I already bought a pair of headphones. Son of a... You know? Anyway, I'm almost done my work, so I got about a half an hour left. I'm going to pitter-patter and have at her. Guess what, guys? I'm finally freaking done! Oh yeah, I wanted to grab my towel and put it downstairs. Kind of want to have a shower, even though I've been sitting in my room. I feel kind of gross. I guess I already have a towel downstairs. Cool. I feel kind of gross, like I'm feeling kind of sticky, and I don't need my belt. I can take that off. I don't know why I'm wearing a belt when I'm at home. It's like, if my pants fall down, is that really a travesty? Like, my windows are closed, nobody can see. Not a big deal, right? So I think I'm going to go bust a shower, but a little change in the Shetty. So Shetty Vetter got a little bit escalated there because one of the guys I work is taking Friday off. Yeah, pandemic mode. We're all hands on deck. He gets to take vacation. I asked for a vacation and I have to fight tooth and nail. He asks for it and they let him go. Whatever. So now they got me working even longer to cover his stuff and my stuff and other stuff. So that's fun. An extra hour on the paychecks. Remember when I said I was working 51 and a half hours? Well, now I'm working 52 and a half hours. But that's okay, because money makes the world go round. And I might as well save up as much money as possible, because this summer, if we all survive the coronavirus, I need to put a roof on my house so that my house doesn't leak. And then I can have a warm, dry house to live in and not have coronavirus in it. Or whatever, however that works. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Alrighty, had myself a shower, got all cleaned up. I haven't eaten yet, but I'm going to brave it and take a rip over to Freshco and see if I can get some dog and cat food. Don't really need anything for myself. I still got like stuff in the freezer. Like I got those pork rib things and they're like 800 grams a pop, so that's got to be some good calories on there. And I got a friggin' 3 pounds of beef in the fridge or in the freezer, and some other stuff too, so I got plenty of food to last myself. Today is, like, I've been eating eggs all morning, just in the morning, because they will go bad if you don't eat them in time, so burn through them, and then I should be okay. But, man, the cat's having a rockin' piss. Okay, I'm going to take a rib off to Freshco and see what we can do. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I've driven the truck. Been a definite hot minute. I gotta drive it tomorrow night. Just tomorrow night, I'm going to do my taxes. Get them done and over with before the accountant shuts down his operation. because you know that's freaking coming. So, I think I have everything I need in here. That, yep. Okay, good. Got everything I need in the truck for that. Just got to get over there and get her done. So, fire up the beast and let's go get some groceries. It's actually kind of quiet here, which makes you think two things. One, there's nothing in there, or two, people are having dinner. So let's go. There, we got cat and dog food. And I picked up a little bit of extra stuff just to have, like some meat and more meat inside of meat and some extra meat, because carnivore bitches, it's the only way to fast. Well, now that that's over with, let's go home. Alrighty, put my calories away. And now what I'm going to do is make myself something to eat. Just because I haven't had a real meal, except for those eggs every once in a while in the morning, since, well, I guess Sunday. Sunday was the last time I ever had a real meal, so I figure, why not? Why not pitter patter and have at her? Have ourselves a good meal. Let me tell you, they sure did mark up the cost of dog food, that's for sure. Holy, $8 for a little friggin' 2-pound bag. And that's all they had. They didn't have the big sacks in either. Because people are hoard buying that too. Like, come on, people. Oh, this is the reason why we don't know about aliens, right? Because if you think something like this can cause people to panic buy, imagine what would happen if they found out aliens were real. I do have to say, though, I'm kind of impressed about how stocked Freshco was. Because, like, they had all their produce out, and it was looking good. They had, the meat section was, you know, it was hurting, but it wasn't that bad. Like, I was able to find, and they had a lot of it left, these $5 packs of a pound of chicken, ground chicken, extra lean. And then they had these pork sirloins, and they had a metric ton of these stupid things. Limited 2 per customer, but still, it's like 900 grams of pork right there. You know, you fast for a couple days, and then you cook up one of those and drive it in your face, and you're good for a while longer on a fast. Even if you ration it down, chop it in half, use it over 14 days, you're gonna give her. You know, what else did I see there? The only thing they were low on, and well, they were out of toilet paper for obvious reasons because people are stupid, and they were out of toilet paper. Really low on pet food, dog and cat combined. They were surprisingly enough well stocked on coffee, so that's good. Not a lot of coffee drinkers out there. Kind of laughed a little bit when I saw one guy. He's kind of large and in charge, if you get my hint. Kind of like post keto Adam. And he had a shopping cart, and literally this thing was full of chips. Like Lay's potato chips, Ruffles potato chips, Doritos. He had all of them in there. Like he was gonna throw on a party, and he was the only one invited. Like, I'm sorry, but potato chips, there's like no nutritional value in that. You can't survive on potato chips. They might curb your hunger, but you're gonna be hungry in about an hour anyway. So survival goes out the freaking door. A bag of Doritos per se, let's say like one bag of Zesty Mordant Doritos, 260 grams, is 1,350 calories for one bag of Doritos. Okay? So the average sedentary person who's just sitting in front of the television, picking their arse and watching friggin' reruns of Big Bang Theory, maybe burns 2,300 to 2,500 calories a day. Maybe. That's me being gracious. So they're burning that much in a day. And then they end up consuming 3 bags of chips. That's 3,900 calories. And you wonder why America's so large and in charge and looking for TPA. Now, the whole toilet paper thing, I found out what that was. See, when the virus hit Australia and trade routes between Australia and China were closed because of, to try and limit the amount of spread, one of the number one imports for Australia is toilet paper. They don't manufacture it there. So because Australia went on a buying spree, when it hit Canada and the US, Our dummies here, the tinfoil wearers, decided to jump on board and do the same. The only difference is I believe it's in Wisconsin that Charmin is manufactured. I could be wrong, but I know it's in the U.S. There's a manufacturing plant in the U.S. for Charmin. There's a place just south of me here in the Muskokas that manufactures toilet paper and Kleenex for a couple major distributors. So it's like our stuff's manufactured locally and people are buying it outright. So all you're doing is making these corporations rich because you're following a trend that happened in a country where they needed to do that, because if they didn't know when the supply routes were going to reopen. They might have had to start using every other unmatched sock from the laundry. You know? I don't know. It's just stupid the way things turned out. I got plenty of TP, so I'm okay. I bought one of those, and I bought this a while ago, one of those great big friggin' 24 rolls of Charmin Ultra. You know, the big friggin' rolls that last you like a month. And when you're fasting, you don't poop, therefore you don't need to wipe as often, so I'll probably get a year out of that butt wipe. Go team me. Oh, good stretch. I'm super tired. I'm so glad I was able to get to Freshco and get that done and over with while we still had daylight. I'm so happy we still have daylight before 7:30, to be honest with you. Holy crap. Winter this year was brutal. Getting off at 5 o'clock and it's already feeling like 9? That sucks. Like, imagine if this coronavirus outbreak thing would have happened like in December. Wait, no, sorry, it sort of did. That's what a lot of people aren't getting, is the whole coronavirus aspect. Probably good they're not getting the coronavirus because, well, yeah, it's lethal, you know, depending on your condition. Somebody like me would probably just walk it off. But, you know, the elderly, they're high risk because their immune systems are pretty much compromised. You know, people who abuse drugs. I don't mean marijuana, I mean drugs, like hardcore stuff. Their immune systems are compromised. You know, if you're prone to getting colds all the time because you have heavy inflammation, yeah, you could be at risk too. But here's the thing. A lot of the people that were infected with it, what they don't talk about in the media is the ones that recovered. Okay? Like, yes, this is a highly infectious disease. And here's the thing. A lot of people don't realize that. I had a friend ask me, why is it called both Corona and COVID-19? I don't get it. Well, let me break it down for you. I had to look this up because I was curious. And I'm like, well, what the heck does COVID-19 stand for? So I looked it up and found out that the CO in COVID stands for Corona. The VI is virus, infection, or viral infection. And D is disease. The 19 at the end of it was because they discovered it in November 2019. They knew about this sea sucker last year just after Halloween, for crying out loud. And just now in March it's becoming a great big outbreak? And you wonder why people are thinking it's a government conspiracy and all this stuff? It's like you guys knew about it 5 freaking months ago and now you're taking action? Holy, pull your fingers out of your poopers and figure it out. Like, this is getting a little ridiculous. Probably should have jumped on the bandwagon a long little time ago and figured this out, right? No. Let's wait till it becomes something severe. Then we lock down the schools. It's like they didn't want to cock over Christmas for everybody and ruin the commerce season, you know what I'm saying? Because let me say, everybody knows Christmas is 'tis the season to go broke on your MasterCard. Fa la 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 la. No, they knew about this back in November 2019. Now, the coronavirus, for instance, there's tons of different classifications of coronavirus. Your common cold is a coronavirus. The rhinovirus, also known as the flu, is a form of a coronavirus. COVID-19 just so happens to be a form of coronavirus with it has a high infection rate. It's pretty damn good at infecting. And it's also a fast mutator. Is it lethal? Sure, if you fall in the category stated below. If you look at the tolls in China, the amount of people who got infected with it versus the amount of people who recovered is pretty damn good. Literally, a 95% survival rate. I like my freaking odds. Okay, that's all I gotta say about that. If I was friggin' Adam circa 2017, yeah, I'd be concerned for my life. But Adam circa 2020, the guy who's bench pressing 225 and deadlifting 250, I like my odds. I like my odds. I really, really, really like my odds. So the reason why a lot of people are saying, oh, it's just like the flu, and I even said it too, is because the coronavirus is a flu. Not COVID-19. A coronavirus is classified as a flu. A coronavirus is classified as a cold. Because the cold virus, the flu virus, the rhinovirus, all that stuff falls under the corona classification. The problem with it is someone like me, who's been doing all this heavy fasting, working out, eating right now, properly eating, not consuming alcohol to compromise my immune system, not doing drugs to compromise my immune system, keeping my inflammation low so there's nowhere for a virus to incubate inside my body and become lethal. Someone like me could become infected and not even freaking know about it, and that's what my doctor warned me of. He was like, the problem is people like you. And I said, what the frick's the problem with me? And he's like, you guys can get infected. The virus could lay inside of you for up to 14 days and not even achieve infection. But in that time, you are so contagious and you don't even know it. So you're out there gallivanting around town, going to grocery stores, going to coffee shops, going to the pool hall, going to the gym, doing all this stuff around other people who have compromised immune systems, who have problems. You're infecting them, and they're the ones that we're seeing. He goes, this is the reason why we got to do social distancing. He's like, it takes about 14 days once it's in your body for your body to either slay it or you to show symptoms and get infected by it. He said most people who get infected with it will show symptoms. They'll think it's a sore throat, but 'tis the season of hay fever and common colds that a lot of people will just dismiss it as the hay fever, common cold, pop some Allegra and freaking hit the road and go to the gym and bang out some rounds. Go out and play pool with their buddies, bang out some friggin' 8 balls and have some good old times, go play basketball, go ride a bike, go hang out at the local spa, whatever. This is the group that is the problem. So I get it. I basically said the coronavirus is a cold, and it's because it falls in the same classification. So I did more research on it to find out exactly what the heck it is. My biggest problem with the whole ordeal is the fact of the classification in the name, COVID-19, meaning they found it in 2019, and the worst part is they said they discovered it in November, and we're already halfway through March, and they're now taking action. That's my big problem. They're now taking action, and they're taking action fast. Like, in a matter of 48 hours, everything that was open is now closed. And I'd like to say by the end of next week, I wouldn't be surprised if the government mandates a curfew, stating that everybody is not allowed to be out and about after hours, between the hours of dusk till dawn, like we're going to be attacked by vampires, or like that really shitty movie that took place up in the Arctic there, 30 Days of Night, or whatever the hell it was called. I didn't care for that movie. I thought that movie really sucked. Maybe I'm the only one. But if they do that, then that will suck. Well, not for me. I don't care, because I don't plan on leaving the house at night, and I'll just hang out and chillax and do my own things. Sucks for people who need to go out and do stuff. Like, I'm lucky. Oreo I tie him off outside and he goes outside and shits, but like my friend's dog, you can't just tie him out back and let him shit. The dog's so used to going for walks to take dumps that she'll have to go out after hours from dusk till dawn and walk her dog and take a dump, and hopefully the cops don't catch her if that happens, right? So we'll see if it actually gets that bad, but I read this thing on the interwebs about an emergency state, and the federal government of Canada is actually considering it. And the last time they did this was back when Pierre Trudeau was in the government. He was our premier. and they initiated a state of emergency. I can't remember if it was for the war or whatever. And part of that was, it's pretty brutal. It's like the government has the rights to seize your assets. The government has the right to basically, if you have a skill that can be used to help others, then they can mandate that you put that skill to work. So like, let's say you're a doctor. Guess what? You're doctoring now for free because the government said so. And if you don't like it, welcome to prison. They have the rights to mandate a curfew. They have the rights to, like I said, seize your assets for their own purpose. So like, let's say you have whatever you have. Let's say they find out marijuana is the cure and you've got a friggin' pot farm going on. They're going to be seizing that because that's the cure. I'm just putting it out there. It's probably not the cure, but man, where does Scampers find this stuff? Like, seriously, dude, where did you find that? You want that? Like, she's literally just finding stuff in random places and playing with it. Meanwhile, she has a bunch of toy balls in the other room and she just doesn't care about those. But a piece of garbage doesn't make it to the garbage can and it's a cat toy. But anyway, I guess I'll have to wait and see how this all plays out, eh? It's already day 2 and I'm already hearing friggin' bells, so that's a fun time. But anyway, people, I'm going to shut her down here. It's currently 20 after 9. I'm just pacing around because I didn't get any steps in or pretty much anything in today. I just basically went to work, and by that I mean I shuffled over a seat. I sat there for 8 hours. And then the only friggin' outside time I got was that little trip to No Frills to Freshco. And that's probably going to be all the out time I'm going to do this week. I'm going to basically social distance, like my doc said. You know, I'm part of the problem. So the best way to be the solution is just to avoid people. Yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, people, on that note, thanks for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying your isolation, social distancing. I remember when you guys used to give me shit for doing this. Go out, make some friends, go out and do stuff. Yeah, back then I was being a geek. Now I'm being awesome, so that's all right. I dig it. It's about time that my lifestyle is justified. Just too bad it took a freaking virus to do it. But hey, whatever. It is what it is, eh? Thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, freaking bye. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.